remember Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? When this game dropped, the Pokemon community went wild. Half the players hated the new catching system, and the other half loved it. But now, years later, it's known as one of the best games ever for shiny hunting Gen 1 Pokemon. And the reason why? Because all you need to do, get ready, is catch Pokemon. You see, when these games dropped back in 2018, they introduced catching Pokemon by moving your Joy-Cons in a throwing motion. That was the main premise of the game. The developers wanted to piggyback off of the success of Pokemon Go and possibly bring in new players into the mainline games. The idea was great, but the shiny method that was introduced was unmatched. So in today's video, I challenged myself to beat all of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee by using only shiny Pokemon. This is how it went. After collecting my starter Pokemon Eevee, I made my way over to Route 22 because I knew exactly who I wanted to have to start off my journey. Shiny Nidoran Male. So how do I go about increasing my odds when it comes to shiny hunting in Let's Go? Here's a breakdown of how it all works. Yeah, there's a lot here, I know that, but the main thing you need to know is that the more Pokemon you catch, the better odds you have of finding a shiny Pokemon. Keep catching Pokemon and increasing your catch combo. If a Pokemon flees or you shut down your game, your combo is reset and you have to start from scratch. But don't worry, this didn't happen to me at all. So I began catching all the Nidoran I came across. A few hours in and I was cruising along with these catches with not a worry in sight. The only thing that was going to kick me out of my groove would be a shiny or that shiny Spearow. That'll do it. With the Spearow on our team, it was time to get back to my original hunt. So I kept chugging along, catching Nidoran after Nidoran after Nidoran. Can you tell where this is going? A few hundred of these purple guys caught and I was getting frustrated. I watched as I passed 200 caught, 300, 400. I'm sensing a pattern here. Yeah, this was a long hunt. And with this being my first hunt, I was already getting discouraged. Do you remember what the odds were in this game after a 31 plus catch combo? I'll remind you. It's 1 out of 341. Not too bad, you think? Yeah, I thought so too, until I got my shiny at 733. Yeah, that's double over odds. Quick note for anybody who wants to know, this first hunt took 14 and a half hours. But I can't complain with shiny Spearow showing up the way he did, right? With Nodi the Nidoran on the team, it was time to take on the first gym badge. Nodi's double kicks were unmatched and easily swept Brock's team. On the way to Mount Moon, Nodi evolves, and I knew that my trusty Nidoran and my pocket Spearow were enough to cut it against Misty and her water types. So I was on the shiny hunt once again. Our hunt takes us over to Route 24, where we have these Pokemon available to us. Yeah, not a great selection when it comes to helping us with Misty, but I'll take what I can get. The next target was Bellsprout. Now, most people overlook this shiny, but I had a feeling it was going to surprise me. After the brutal, drawn-out hunt for Nidoran, I couldn't help but wonder, was I about to face another marathon, or would fate finally cut me a break? Oh my gosh, I was on mute. Oh, I was on mute. No way. But this was so much faster than the other one. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure this was sub 100 catch combo. Finally, we got a shiny Bellsprout. Oh my gosh. And that means we can move on with the freaking badge quest. Let's go. There we go, baby. There we go. Shiny Bellsprout. 79. Catch combo of 79. Sub 80. That was amazing. With Bellsprout added to the team, Misty was easily swept, and we moved on to the SS Anne to easily beat our rival Weewoo and get the HM cut from the captain. And just like that, it was time to take on another gym. With shiny Nidoran, Spearow, and Weeping Bell, I wasn't too worried about Lieutenant Surge at all. We really only needed Nidorino to clean up Lieutenant Surge and get that Thunder Badge. I knew Erica, the Grass-type Pokemon leader, was next, so I needed to add a shiny that would give us an advantage in that battle. And what better shiny to go for than the best Gen 1 Fire-type Pokemon? Yes, this is factual, fight me on it. Never got into the shiny game, wanted to do that, and now I start making content on it. And it's a lot of fun. my gosh, chat, you were here. Chat. Yes, chat, you were here. For the shiny Vulpix. Sub 400. You guys were here. Oh shit. Let's go. Shiny Vulpix is ours. Welcome to the team. We got it. We finally got the shiny Vulpix. I didn't think this was gonna come. 379. Felt like forever because we failed this way too long. We failed this way too long. But there it is. Oh. We successfully captured our advantage and immediately upgraded her by giving it a Firestone and evolving it into the beautiful and elegant Ninetales. Oh wait, that's not Ninetales. Let's try this again. What the? Okay, surely the next one will be Ninetales, right? Okay, good. We got it right this time. Let's continue on. We made our way to Celadon City to take out Erica and crush her with our fire. And that's exactly what Naruto the Shiny Ninetales did. Clean sweep and another badge in our pocket. The main thing, again, to take away from this playthrough is that this game is all about catching Pokemon. The battles are meant to be easy, and the story is the same as it's always been. So if my breakdowns on gym battles or other important battles are short, you know why. It's just too easy. So we moved on to the Rocket Hideout to get ourselves the Sylph Scope. We easily dominate Giovanni with Victory Bell and make our way to Lavender Town to save Cubone's mom. There we wipe out Jesse and James and are given the Poke Flute from Mr. Fuji. We need another team member, so I decided one of these specific Pokemon lines needed to be caught. We have the Drowsy line, the Abra line, and Mr. Mime. I wasn't sold on any particular one, so I decided to hunt in the grass area just east of Vermilion City because Mr. Mime and Drowsy both spawn there. And oh boy, I was going to spend a lot of time here. I decided to start with Mr. Mime, and that didn't last long. He loves to jump, slide, 360 no-scope me, and I struggle to keep a consistent catch and combo with him. After failing him twice, I decided to switch up and focus just on Drowsy. He does spawn more frequently than Mr. Mime, but that didn't mean that this hunt was going to be any easier. Yeah, I failed, and more than once. But perseverance paid off, and on the third hunt, and after catching a few hundred Drowsy, we finally got our shiny Drowsy. But sometimes it works, sometimes it... Oh my gosh, we finally got it! Chat! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, we finally got it, dude. It was sub 300. I thought it was gonna be in the 300s. We finally got this. Oh my gosh, we can finally move on. Now that we have a beautiful pink Hypno on the team, it was time to take on the Shadow Clone Jutsu Master himself. Yeah, that was easy too. Sabrina, the Psychic Master.
That was easy.
Our next hunt takes us to a specific area that we were not able to access until now, the power plant. Adding an electric type to our team will help us tremendously when it comes to the Elite Four. And the shinies available here are some of the best in Gen 1. We have Electabuzz, Magneton, Voltorb, and Coughing. This hunt was different from any other hunt we have done so far because this one didn't involve catching any Pokemon at all. This is more of a classic type of shiny hunt, where all I did was go in and out the entrance of the power plant and encounter about 3 to 4 Pokemon right away. I loved doing this hunt. This made my shiny encounter even across the board, so I left it up to the game to decide which shiny I got to add to my team. There was a chance where I could get a shiny Coughing or even a shiny Chansey, but I was ready to risk it all because the unknown was exhilarating to me at this point in the game. And about an hour and a half into starting this hunt, we got our blue guy to finally show up. Next up was Blaine, the fire type user. And when it comes to capturing a great counter for this gym, I had 2 specific Pokemon in mind, Vaporeon and Lapras. Both great shinies in their respective, so I was torn on which one to go for. I sat on this decision longer than I would like to admit, so I really just decided to hunt both of them. First was Eevee, and it can be found on Route 17, and it was a rarer spawn, so it took a little bit to get a good combo going. But thankfully, the shiny wanted to be found super early, and after only 33, we found our shiny Eevee. Oh my gosh! That was so fast. Please don't run, please don't run, please don't run, please don't run. That was only the 68th encounter, dude. Oh shoot, dude, I don't have that many Ultra Balls. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting it to come this fast. We got it on the first one, let's go, baby. Oh my gosh, shiny Lapras. Beautiful, oh my gosh. But now here's a dilemma. We have shiny Lapras, which we all love, you know. But we also now have this guy. So now we have shiny Lapras and shiny Vaporeon. Yeah, I decided to go with Lapras and quickly made easy work of Blaine and even faster with Giovanni. We finally have all 8 badges in the Kanto region, so it was time to put our shiny Pokemon skills to the test and take on the Elite Four. Lorelei was first up, and I go with my newly added shiny Electrode. And yes, he is under leveled a bit, but I knew that he would outspeed her Dugong, so I felt pretty confident about this matchup. But my Electrode's Thunderbolt didn't do as much damage as I anticipated, so that was a closer fight than I wanted. Phew! Got that 1v1 out of the way, and now Lorelei sends out her Jinx, so we match it with our Ninetales. After an easy defeat, the rest of our Pokemon were not a problem at all for our Victory Bell, and just like that, we secured our first win against the Elite Four. Bruno was a pushover, and we easily wipe him off the map with our Lapras, Victory Bell, and Hypno. Agatha was taken down at lightning speed by Nidoking and Hypno. Lastly, all that was left was the Dragon Master himself, Lance. A few Thunderbolts and Electrode was able to knock out Seadra, and then it was time for Lapras to shine, pun intended. But Lance wasn't going to let that happen easily. His Aerodactyl outsped us, and it hit us with a nasty Rock Slide, and of course, it flinches us. Our Ice Beam doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would, so I knew it was time for a change. Hypno comes in and takes out the pesky Aerodactyl, and one-hit KOs his Gyarados with a Thunder Punch. The second best shiny Fire-type Charizard comes in, and I knew the Lapras would be a great matchup. But again, I was wrong. Surf only did half health, and Charizard retaliates with a hard-hitting Hyper Beam, knocking out our Lapras. Electrode cleans up Zard for us, and only Dragonite is left, and our team works together to defeat Lance once and for all. But we all know that the Elite Four doesn't end here. It was time to face our final boss, our rival Weewoo. Weewoo is a cheater and starts off by Mega Evolving his Pidgeot, but that doesn't matter because our buffed up shiny Hypno and his 2 Thunder Punches took him out easily. Vileplume showed up next to only get OHKO'd by Hypno. 2 Pokemon down, and I knew this was going to be a cakewalk for my shiny team of perfection. Rapidash gets knocked out by Lapras, and Raichu gets swept by Nidoking. Our matchups are superior, so we made this new champion look like the child he is. Victory Bell comes in and takes out his final 2 Pokemon and crowned us the newest, bestest, and sexiest champion of Kanto. And with that win, we finally beat all of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee with only using shiny Pokemon. But our story in this game doesn't finish with the end credits. I would like to think that the real shiny hunting journey starts now. Subscribe so you don't miss these epic shiny hunts coming soon.